All right, folks, welcome back to episode 12. Yeah, we got episode 12 already, huh?
Oh yeah, we're doing
Yeah,
it.
we're working, man.
Episode 12 of the Africans Talking Sports podcast. I know I hosted last week, and this week, Big Sky was supposed to take over again, but he's being lazy, so he forced me to do it.
I
So
didn't
I
proceed to
was
do anything.
I was stick with you one more week, and then next week we'll go back to him. As you guys can see, our resident trash talker Al is back from his sabbatical, his political sabbatical. He's back today, so
Political shoot.
we'll be getting all his takes and all his inputs today. But today's program, since we've been in the international week with the international break, what we will do is we'll go over kind of how we did last week. We'll do our all-time 11, like our all-time favorite 11, and then we allow a slot for six substitutions, like six subs, because I know people, it's kind of hard to do. People will say, hey, my man, I can't fit everybody into my team, so we'll give you like six subs. And you guys can go in the comments, put your all-time 11 in there too. I know you guys will be cussing us, but and a caveat to this is the all-time 11 is not based on what's on the internet. It's based on players that we've seen play since we've been watching the game. So that's how it will look to you guys. So our lineups might be a little bit different based on when we started watching the games. And then the second part of this, we'll review all the African Cup of Nations qualifiers from match day 4 out of 6, because they got to play 6 games, but they've played 4 games so far. So we'll go ahead and review those, like some of the notable games, and we'll go through the scores. So we will start with we'll kick it off now with the all-time 11. I won't even start with Al because I know he been complaining all day that it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult for him to put together. So Big Scout been telling us that how his team would smoke everybody's team out the water. So Big Scout, I present you
Yeah,
the
well,
Yo,
floor.
hold
well.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold up.
Okay, okay, okay,
I'm not
okay.
gonna let y'all go after that whole go nonsense that Geeks man brought in here. All the
Oh,
little
Dude, that was last
no,
episode,
no,
man.
no, no. I mean, no. I mean, what was going on here? I
That
mean,
was
you got somebody coming in here talking about he saw his ancestor spirit and doing all kind of stuff and throwing subliminal shot at Arsenal. You think I'm gonna let that slide? Nah, I can't let that slide, man.
look, man.
That boy was on something, man. Talking about I saw my ancestor spirit shook me, and that guy that showed with the mother, what's the thing called? The mother church with the bell ringers in the white robe. I saw them coming on, and I just somebody shook me. The ancestor woke me up. I said, "Yeah, the team was
What did,
following."
what did you drink, man?
you say the spirit moved him.
What did you drink? Look, man, let's get into the program, okay? You can take your
Go
beef up with
ahead,
him.
man.
The next episode when he's back on here, you guys can go ahead
Oh
and take
my goodness.
you can go ahead and squash that beef. So Big Scout, give us
Yeah,
your
well, let's just be clear to the listening audience. This is you're, and also we can tell our audience, please send us your all-time favorite 11
in the
players, your
comments.
best 11 in the comments. You can email it, you can put it in the comments on YouTube, on Facebook, or
Instagram.
yeah, Instagram or wherever you want. Just let us know where yours is. Whenever you do all-time 11, there's always going to be controversy. People always argue and stuff, but I think mine obviously is going to be the best because
Of course you do.
yeah,
Let's go.
because
Get to it,
cause
man.
the
Stop
scout.
stalling.
No, it's not stalling. I got 6 subs. I'm starting from the back. I got 2 modern players in here. First, my goalkeeper is from Italy, Gianluigi Buffon, starting goalkeeper. And these are the players I saw play. So anybody before 1990, I really didn't see play. I'm not gonna put him in my team. Left back, still playing right now, Real Madrid, Marcelo. I was debating between Marcelo and Roberto Carlos. I went with Marcelo. My number 5, Sergio Ramos, still playing, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. He gets in just ahead of Cannavaro. Next to Ramos, we have Paolo Maldini.
Did you spot my team?
Paolo Maldini, great minds think alike. If you know football, you know the good players. So you're gonna
Go
have
ahead,
a lot of similar players. Paolo Maldini, number 5. Number 2, I'm going with Cafu on the right. That makes up my back 4. I'm having a diamond formation, 4-4-2, but that diamond formation, and at the base of the diamond, you got Club Makalele.
Wait. Hold on. You said 4-4-2. Where is the diamond fit in the 4-4-2?
What are you talking about? The four,
He's
the,
going with
the four, the midfielder is
4-1-2.
four. It's a diamond.
He's going with that 4-1.
Oh, a diamond. Sorry.
It's a
Yeah.
diamond, yeah. It's a diamond, but it's a 4-4-2.
No wingers. Okay, go ahead.
Well, yeah. The two people in the midfield would be,
All right, inverted.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
they're versatile enough to play, on it to drop in. This thing would be anybody's thing. So Makelele at the base, Zidane at number 10, Thierry Henry at on the right, Ronaldinho on the right, Messi.
Thierry on the left or Ronaldinho on the right?
No, Thierry Henry on the left, because he can, how he used to play. Thierry Henry on the left, Ronaldinho on the right. Messi is one of the two strikers, and obviously to complete it, the wonderful number 9 from Liberia, Josh Weah. That's my starting 11. So I got, I had a lot of options for subs, but my 6 subs, I got Roberto Carlos, who almost made the team. I think Marcelo is a better footballer all around. Just his ball skills. He's just a better footballer, I think. Cristiano Ronaldo, Aber's favorite, is on the bench. Dennis Bergkamp, DB10, on the bench. Lilian Thuram, one of the best number 5. He can play number 5, he can play number 2, on the bench. Samuel Eto'o from Africa, one of the best strikers ever. I really debated between he and Didier Drogba, but I just think he's a little more versatile, so I went with him. And then finally, to complete my 6 subs, this is going to be surprising and maybe a bit controversial to some people, but I took Santi Cazorla. It was supposed to be Cesc Fabregas, but that that trader attitude guy, he kicked off the team.
Oh, Jesus, man. What a team. Okay, so
Santi makes the top of the bench of my all-time, that dexterity with the right foot, left foot. It brings him in and he makes that bench. I think my team is good to go. So, if you got any comments for me, let me know. But that's
no. We're not gonna do comments now.
I'm talking about people watching the show, not you guys.
Okay, it's an interesting team. You started off kind of similar to my team, and then it drifted apart. So that's good. That shows that we got different opinions. Mr. Al, welcome back. So I know you were having difficulty today putting that team together, but let's see what you got. Give us your all-time team.
Yeah, so I had it was a bit difficult or torn between some people on there. But let's just get into it. So I got Buffon in goal. I think he's one of the best. And then in the center back, I have Maldini and Cafu. And then on the flank fullback, I have Roberto Carlos and Lilian Thuram. I chose Thuram for his quickness.
How many defenders you got, bro?
That's 4. He said center back, Cafu
center back and then fullback. Pay attention, Papa. Okay. Pay attention. Yeah. So yeah. So then protecting them, I got the wonderful Claude Makelele is sitting there protecting. And the reason why I got him there is because everybody else, apart from everybody else, are all attackers. I know they're not going to come back a lot, so that's why I have this sitting there protecting that back four for me. So I got Messi, Bergkamp, and I got Zizou conducting on top of them right there. And up top, I have Ronaldo, Brazil, not the other guy. I don't like that guy. So he's never going to make any top team. Even if I do an all-time top team, he will never make it. I'm sorry. I know the fanboy.
You are doing an all-time.
No,
team.
this is teams that people that I actually watch when I start to understand football.
Yeah, but it's all-time. It's your all-time team based on people you watch. Yeah,
but there are other people that I watch that I saw stuff from and I kind of like, but I didn't include them because I felt this is something how I enjoy football.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean that was the aim of the game. Yeah, that's fine.
And then I have George Weah to complete that striking position for me.
Who goes next to George Weah?
Ronaldo, Brazil.
Is that CR7? Not CR7.
I got never
Ronaldo 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any team I draw.
So let's get your subs. Yeah.
My subs. I have Peter Schmeichel on the bench. The reason I had Peter Schmeichel is, I think he's, in my opinion, one of the best all-time goalkeeper. I think he's one of the first goalkeeper that I really like saw him and I like, yeah, this guy can ready mine. And I used to enjoy the rivalry between him and Iron Wright because that whole Arsenal Man United rival thing. So I just kind of fell in love with Peter Schmeichel right there. I got my boy Ramos. I just like his troublesome. I think Ramos is he might not be in some people all time, but I think for me, Ramos, he causes some problems that disarray strikers and stuff. That's why I like him. He might not be, I know he made some mistakes, but I definitely have him on my bench. I got Ronaldinho, which I wanted to start, but I don't think he can take Zizou place, so I had to put him on the bench. I got Eto'o and Henry as a striking two striker substitute, and I have the wonderful Clarence Seedorf to complement my my midfield.
That's a big surprise.
Somebody spy again.
No, I spy on people, bro. These are people that I liked from watching the game when I really started, like understanding the game, and started watching. But that's
all right. That's interesting. At least they didn't say Santi Cazorla, but we'll
Santi.
take that. I mean, we all love Santi though. But we'll take that.
I don't know where Big Sky came from with that one, but anyway.
That's Big Sky for you. If Big Sky does not throw a wrench in something, he's not talking. So we fully expect that. All right, so let me get into mine. So my team, goalie is Buffon. Starting with goalie, Buffon. Right back, we'll go to Cafu. Left back, we'll go to Roberto Carlos. The two center backs, Ramos and Paulo Maldini. That's my two center backs. I kind of battled in there. I saw Franco Baresi at the tail end of his career, so I wasn't going to put him in there. I saw Cannavaro and Costa Curta. I always thought that Maldini was a better defender than all two of them. So that's why I put Maldini. Now my midfield, I know everybody going with Claude Makelele, and I'll be surprised that I'm the Chelsea man that not going with Claude Makelele, but my team is, if the defenders can hold it down, they're going to score on us because my midfield is fully attacking. Three midfielders. I'm going 4-3-3. So my midfield, I got Zidane, Diego Maradona, and Ronaldinho. And then up top, I got three across the top. I got Brazilian Ronaldo 9. I got CR7 in the left wing. I got Messi on the right wing. That's my starting 11. Okay. Now my sub bench. Goalie. I gotta have one goalie on there just in case of injuries or something. Iker Casillas. My goalie. Defender, John Terry.
Good choice. Oh, hell.
Defender, John Terry. Midfielder, I got two midfielders on my bench. I got Clarence Seedorf. That's why I was surprised when Beto saying, because that's one of my favorite players of all time. I got Clarence, even when you're doing the video game series, I told you just make me like Seedorf. I got Clarence Seedorf and I got Iniesta for my midfield players. My attacking / strikers, I got two more people up there. I got Kaká and I got Zlatan. Sorry, George, we didn't make it. I mean, I fought over here Zlatan, but Zlatan's a special dude.
Isn't George Weah your cousin?
I don't care.
You're gonna leave your family people out.
Why you gotta put the man on? Why you gotta put a man on show like that?
The man left his family man out.
There's not family reunion. Okay, it's not family reunion. This is calling a team that you saw. That's why I say I fought over Zlatan and Mane, but I went with I always Zlatan Mane. Sorry if you see this, but I had to call like it is, man. I had to call like it is. Zlatan's still doing it. Our boys are president now. Zlatan's still doing things. Zlatan's a special dude, man. I mean, George Weah was special, but Zlatan's special. It was a tough decision, but I went with Zlatan in the long run. So that's my team.
Yeah. I don't know why both of you see. I mean, Clarence Seedorf was a great midfielder, though. I can see why.
Don't argue.
Don't try it. Don't try it, Jerry. Clarence Seedorf. Clarence Seedorf. Go back.
He was good.
Back.
He was good.
Go back and watch.
I saw a lot of his games. Even when he was from Madrid time to 98 World Cup to 2003, was it 2004 European Championships? When he went to AC Milan, I saw him play for a long time. I know he was a wonderful midfielder, but maybe I'm a little bit far removed from that period, so I'm forgetting what he can do.
Yeah, it's been a while. Clarence Seedorf was.
But he was a good player.
Special player.
He was a special player, bro.
He was a special player. just go back and refresh your memory. You will see what I'm
Yeah, I
talking
will go
about.
back and look at some tips. Xavi almost made my team, but
Me too. But I
it's
took Iniesta over him. Iniesta got that glue to his feet, man. So I took him.
yeah,
Clarence Seedorf had finesse and he had brutes. So
yeah, yeah.
if our team, like if that midfield leaking, I can easily bring him in there to steady that midfield a little bit. But yeah, guys. So that's the first section of this. As we said, please leave some comments. Let us know your starting 11, your subs. I know there will be a lot of controversy around this. I know the
And
sports
your
chat.
critiques too. Yeah.
I know.
What do you agree with? What do you
Yeah.
agree? Should
Oh,
we have
that's what
had
I'm
more
saying. That's what I'm saying. They will give
African?
the comments and then they will put
Yeah.
their teams there and we'll go in the sports chat. They will have their own team. So I can already hear it tomorrow or over the weekend. So yeah, so that will conclude the first portion of this. When we come back from our short break, we'll get into the African Cup of Nation games and we'll go over the tables and who've qualified. All right, guys, welcome back to the second part of our program. As I said, we'll be going through the African Cup of Nation games, the results from the weekend, some of the results from the weekend, some of the games we were able to see, and then we'll go over the table and see who qualified and who's still struggling in the table. So we start right off by going into the game with Ghana against Sudan. That was a 1-0 game. Al, you want to give us a little bit on that?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do both leg all at once and just kind of roll it into one from the first and the second leg. So
No,
we are
just a
There you
second. Just
go.
a match there four. Match there four. Just match there four.
okay. So okay, because I thought there was a little bit of relationship,
Yeah, that's okay.
because
Just
it was
just go
back to
just go
back.
to the last game so we
But
can so we can keep
the
it from
last
there.
game, there was not really much of the to say about the last game. To be honest, it was not much in it. The only big thing about that last game was it was Sudan stunt Ghana with a 90-minute winner from what's his name, Abdel Rahman.
Abdul
I gotta
Rahman. Abdul
yeah
Rahman.
yeah
He was killing them all game though. He was in the box a
yes
lot.
yes that's for me. He was in both games, the first and the second leg. For me, he was a standout player for me in that game. But the game ended 1-0 with that last minute winner, which was a big win for them that kind of propelled them to the third spot in the group. After that, that was just the game. There was not much in it. It was just Sudan fighting for their life, and they came out with a winner at the end. Most of the action was in the first leg when Ghana won 2-0. Where was his name? Andre Aye put up a show, making his father proud, in the true Ghanaian international fashion.
Those guys play. They can play really good for the country though.
Yeah, they
Both of
do.
those brothers, Andre and Jordan, they can play really well for Ghana.
Mostly Andre. I'm
Yeah,
not
I think
Jordan,
so.
okay, but mostly Andre for me. Um, but Rahman again was, he was really threatening Ghana in that game at the Cape Coast Stadium. He came close. He should have gotten a penalty in the 36th minute in that first leg for me, but I don't know how they didn't call it. But Ghana got away with that, and Aye came. He scored a very beautiful goal in the 45th minute with a header. It was canceled again. It was not outside. It was not foul, but the goal was canceled. I have no idea why it was canceled. But I guess that's refereeing for you. But his goal in the 80th minute in that game was because it was a lone goal. He came from the flank, caught on the box.
So you still finding a way to talk about the first game.
Yeah, there was not much to talk about in the second game. It was just
I feel you. I feel you.
This man,
yeah,
this man want
it's
he want to get Ghana their props so much that he had to go to the first game to post stuff that he did well.
I had to, man, because there was not much. I know Rahman. We all know Abdul Rahman star. I mean, for me, he starred in both games. I mean, I was impressed with. I don't know. Is he a local African player or does he play in Europe? Do you know that?
That's your expertise.
Yeah,
You don't
No,
want to know
I don't.
you
No,
don't know
actually,
most of the national team
no,
players and where they're playing. We will
no,
have
for
we
him.
will have an episode on that coming up soon.
Sudan. I'm not too versed with the Sudanese national team, so that's why I asked the question. It's not one of the popular teams on the continent.
I
Yeah,
know
But
so
you don't like for me to Google stuff while we do this, but I can help you out.
we checking. Let me see what I saw in that game real quick. Well,
yeah,
I know Al said it was nothing. but there was something.
I
You know me how I feel about goalies.
anyway,
How I feel about
yeah.
goalies doing dumb stuff.
Oh my goodness.
The goal that he scored, 90th minute. Where the hell was the goalie going? Like seriously, where was he going? You
But
got
man,
you got right man between two defenders, right?
yeah.
Cross the ball. They cross the ball. He's at the top, not in the 6 yard box, at the top of the 6 yard box. Goalie came rushed out and then stopped in no man's land. Left the whole goal gaping open. That's how our man had the ball over him. If he would have stood on his line, out that he would have caught that ball like this, right in his palm.
Yeah,
Game
yeah,
over.
but
That's a draw. The
y-
goalie ruined that game.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
gonna say.
go ahead,
African
Pablo.
goalkeepers. Yeah, African goalkeepers. I don't know.
Not all, not all, not all,
Not all of them, but most of the time, historically, they've been pretty
not
bad.
all, not all. I mean, I don't know what
It's
to be for,
difficult.
but
Besides
not
Pee
all.
Wee, besides Pee Wee Bestman from Liberia,
He was
of course.
best man.
Ah, but I mean, it was. I
Hey,
don't know if I
don't
should.
overlook Pee Wee Bestman. During his days, he was
Back in the
good.
day,
He
he
did
did,
his thing.
man. People were the man.
Yeah.
People did his thing. I'm gonna give it to him. But I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna blame the goalkeeper.
It was the goalie. It was the goalie. My man, you finished talking about the old game. Let's move on. Let's move on. It was the goalie. Let's just move on.
But
Let's let's just
it
move
was,
on.
it
We'll
was
go to the
one of
next
those-
game. I'll go to the next game. No,
Go
no,
ahead,
no.
go ahead.
What's the next game we
Next game, next one we're gonna
I
go
don't
over is Morocco versus Central African Republic.
Mm.
Yeah, and my boy put on a show. Hakeem Ziyech.
Oh,
Look, man, Jerry, I know you've been on this guy case for a while and saying he can ball. I mean, I've seen him like in his earlier days when he came to Ajax when he was just like a hothead. He would just do styles and play his own game and he wouldn't care about anybody else. As long as he get his assists or get his goals, he's fine. But with age comes maturity. Not because he's in Chelsea. I always liked him even before he came to us. I was kind of scared he was going to go to Arsenal at one point because I was like, man, I really like this dude game. His game has matured so much. Like the stuff he does in the game to affect it, it just looks different. He used to score free kicks, help people, but now he's scoring in the like the run of play. That game,
What position does he play for Morocco?
he plays like central, like number 10.
Okay.
He plays number 10 for Morocco. And he drifts off to the side a little because he likes to help down in defense, drift up, drift down. But that game, he basically dominated the whole game. Guinea-Bissau had a decent chance. I thought they were going to call a penalty, but the referee said nothing. They both guys came together, and the ref was just like, "Hey man, I'm just gonna let that go." It was supposed to be a penalty for them. It ain't happen. That they ruined that chance. They had a one-on-one. They ruined that one too. I don't know. I don't know the thing we got, man, with trying to make goals look extraordinary than they need to be. Just put your laces through the ball, hit it on goal at least.
you're not gonna see that in African football.
Yeah, they got the defender pushing the ball. He had a step on the no, not defender, the foul line of pushing the ball. He had a step on the defender. He tried to cut the guy back and ruin the whole goal. But Morocco had the first free kick they had. Not the first, it was like third free kick. Man, Ziyech he bent that ball so fast and so low that nobody even touched it. Like few of the guys ran to get on it, but it was so fast, it just bounced in front of them. And when the bottom corner goalie was like, those kind of balls that the goalie's scared to come out before somebody tap it against him, and he's like apprehensive. It's one of those. That's how they scored the first goal. The second goal, he drifted out from the number 10 spot, drifted out to the wing, beat the offside trap. He just had the ball in front of him one time, lay it off. I mean, he could have scored himself because he was in position to score. He could have used his left, wrapped the ball around the goalie and score. But he saw the other guy running. He saw his striker running free. Laid it off for him. Game, set, match. That was it. It was plain and simple. It was tidy work. Guinea-Bissau didn't give Morocco a lot to think about. First game, Morocco beat
Did they
them.
play Guinea-Bissau?
Yeah, I was saying Guinea-Bissau, Central African Republic. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about the Senegal game. I'm over there thinking about Edouard Mendy. Central African Republic, not Guinea-Bissau. Sorry guys, Central African Republic. The first game they beat them 4-1, and in this game they beat them 2-0. But that was it in that game. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they didn't give up much resistance. They didn't put up much resistance.
Nah, I didn't have the time. I was too busy.
All right, so okay, so we're moving to the next game since they didn't have the time. Let's go to Nigeria versus Sierra Leone game. That game was a 0-0 tie.
Well,
But it has some action. So
yeah,
I'll let Big Scout take us into it.
well, I can't talk about that game without talking about the game of the round. The whole international break in Africa, I think, comes down to the biggest game, the biggest shocker was Sierra Leone, minus Sierra Leone, the Leon Stars versus the mighty Super Eagles of Nigeria.
That's
Really,
what I just asked you.
no, that was the second game, the second
Okay.
match. Yeah, the Nigeria at home ended 4-4. Then the return leg in Sierra Leone ended 0-0. But we'll start with the first game. The first game,
Look,
Nigeria.
man, you're not just gonna be
No,
running.
no, no,
And
no,
that's gonna be hold up. You're just gonna be running that asylum here. When you get your stuff on deck to talk about, don't be trying to be drifting into other games,
no,
yo.
because that's the most interesting game. You can't talk about a 0-0 game and leave a 4-0
Hey,
game,
man,
especially
listen,
a
That's
4-0
what I
game.
said. You can't talk about a game that had nothing but a goalkeeper blunder at the end, and then I leave the exciting game with that.
okay,
After
so
that, you free kick.
exciting game was what we talked about on last week's spot. Okay,
No,
yeah,
no, we're running
yeah.
out the whole
We're
Okay,
international.
running
hold on.
up.
Let me wait. Let me put this B Sky man on the spot. B
Go
Sky,
No,
ahead.
when
no,
you
no.
I'm
I
wait,
think
listening.
no.
wait,
Hold on,
wait,
John.
wait, wait, wait.
No, no,
I
no, no,
come in
no.
better. I come in better. I'll give you a chance.
No.
Go
I think
ahead.
you making a mistake because the man on what I got today, it said both leg.
Yeah, it did.
That's not. I ain't get both legs. I got
Yes.
return leg.
Yeah, it did.
That's
It
all.
did.
But
That's what I was
come
about
on,
to
man.
say. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say he sent the thing, and it says return leg only. I didn't get
No,
both
no, no. It
legs.
No,
says
no, 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 no,
plus
no, no, no.
return leg.
Plus return leg.
Return leg.
Okay, so he sent me the jacked up copy because I
No, it's
wasn't.
the same copy I sent
Okay,
everybody.
let's stop arguing. We got the listeners
Yeah,
listening. Go
yeah.
ahead, talk about your return leg. Go
No,
talk
no,
about both legs. Talk
we're
about the
talking about both
4-4.
legs. No, the first leg of that game, Nigeria's the Super Eagles started very confidently. You know, they have Balagon at the back. You know, they have Ahmed Musa captain in the team. They were playing some really good football. First goal, they started brightly. They had a pass in the 18th minute from the left. Bam, fourth minute of the game, Super Eagles up 1-0. Next thing you know, there was a scuffle on the edge of the box, and Alex Owobi scored one of the most beautiful goals I've seen in African nations cup play for a long time. Loose ball from 30 yards. He looped the goalkeeper. Very nice goal.
Kind of like the one he
Uh,
scored in the Europa League final against
no,
Chelsea.
it was
When he wrapped it from outside the box.
yeah. This one was more like a loop, just a loose ball. It was really fun. I didn't expect that. It's just a loose ball. He just bam. That game you're talking about, I think he kind of drove and scored that
He didn't
goal.
drive. He like took it one time, and
Oh,
but yeah, you can remember it. That's fine.
no, it's a long time. We lost that game, so I ain't trying to remember that.
No, trying to set you up.
No,
You ain't take the bait.
I ain't trying to. So he came. Nigeria had a second goal. Then he did that loose ball, and then the fourth goal for Nigeria was from the right hand side from a player called Samuel. He dribbled, got to the goalkeeper from a very acute angle. I tell you, he was on a square off, no, but no, it was so beautiful. They were playing something. I was like, man, Nigeria is up to something right now. The Super Eagles, man, Sierra Leone came back, and the what I can give Sierra Leone credit for was they really applied themselves. Pressure, they applied themselves. They applied a lot of force. Uh, and just simple errors from the Super Eagles.
What was the score? What was the score when they started coming back? When they started mounting the comeback?
It was 4-0, dude. At
Oh
halftime, it
wow!
was
Oh yeah,
4-1.
you had to talk about this game.
Yeah.
You
It
couldn't
was
leave that out.
4-0. And then halftime, before the halftime, they scored a header. And simple things like jumping with your defender, they weren't doing that. I guess they were 4-0 up, just kind of thought the game was over. By the time, 1-0, 45 minutes, they went to halftime, 55 minutes, bam, 2-0. I mean, 4-2.
4-2.
Yeah. And then to top it off, when they scored the third goal, it was 4-3. And guess who made the error that led to the fourth? Alex Obi scored two goals. He
And then
lost
he
the
got the
ball.
error.
Yeah, he lost the ball at the edge of his box. But it wasn't just him. Everybody was, they were leaving so many spaces in the game, not following the defenders, just running towards the ball, just schoolboy errors. 4-4, man, the Leon Stars came back. So certainly maybe, I was kind of happy to see that, especially from a small team against a big team. Just like in the leagues nowadays, you can't overlook anybody. They came back 4-4. The away leg was also that one is nothing to talk about. 0-0. That's the end of that game.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next game we're gonna move to is Cameroon versus Mozambique. I'll let you take on this one. I saw a lot in that game that I want to talk about, but I'll see if Al saw the same thing. So go ahead, Al.
This man want to talk about my game. But anyway, Cameroon and and Mozambique. I'll start with the first leg. And the first leg was in Cameroon at the Stade de la Reunification. I think that's how they call it. And then what's the thing called? Cameroon won 4-1. The game it started. I think it was kind of scrappy, back and forth. Both things attacking. Apparently, nobody defending African football that much anymore. So it was a lot of attack, but I think Cameroon had the bulk of the attack. And Mozambique was just trying to, kind of ward up those attacks. And then it all opened up when what's his name? The captain, Vincent Abubakar. He had won the first goal, opening the score for the game, putting Cameroon up 1-0. And
he be on fire this tournament. There's some qualifiers.
He actually been playing. He's leading them. African football. I just want to see more balance the defense, but I guess it is what it is. So the game continued on in almost pretty much similar fashion, back and forth. Cameroon attacking more again at 47. Who else again? Vincent came back again. That powerful ground shot, that low shot, I was thinking about George Weah when he used to kick, but his was lower because his used to kind of like, it was much lower than Vincent own, but it kind of brought out a memory. So Vincent again scored a second with a low powerful shot. And again, so it all opened there for Cameroon. And they kept attacking, going at Mozambique. Some in the 56th minute, they scored a third goal, or Agusia, who came in with another header from a corner kick. And then in the 73rd minute, what's his name? Camo from Mozambique came back and equalized.
Camo.
But yeah, he came back and scored it. Not equalized, but his goal was kind of nice. A long ball from over the top, and then drop right in front of him, ran with it, and then kind of chip it over the goalkeeper. To kind of get the consolation goal. And then what's your name? Clinton Ng. And the scoring in the 80th minute, with, I guess, a kind of finesse, but it was a lazy finish. I thought the keeper should have saved that, but he kind of fluffed it. I just thought it was not even a powerful shot. It was very lazy, but I don't know how he missed that and it went in, so. But that was the game. The game was a lot of attacking was in that game, a lot of scrapping, a lot of attacking. There was a lot of misses as well. So, it was that, but for me, there was not the defending. The game was all attack, mostly from the Cameroon standpoint. You want to say something about going in the second leg?
Yes. No. I want to say something in the second leg. So that's why I'm waiting for you to say something about the second leg. Yeah.
Yeah. So the second leg, was in Sudan. Did I say Sudan? Jeez.
Yeah, you did.
Guinea-Bissau. You like me talking about Guinea-Bissau in the Morocco game, and it was actually
But it was in Mozambique. Again, the game started. Cameroon again. They started the old habit. They started attacking the game within the first minute. Abubakar missed a close range header. I thought he should have put that in, but he missed it. And they keep going on. There was a penalty awarded to Mozambique in the 20th minute of that game. I just didn't think that was a penalty at all, in my opinion.
It was soft.
It was too soft for me, and I guess the football gods kind of agree with that sentiment, and they missed it. And the goalkeeper went the wrong way, but the man hit the post. So it was a good thing it didn't go in. And the game continued attack after attack, no good defense again, same thing. And then Abubakar again, like Ty was saying, man on fire. He hit the opener in the 25th minute, a header. And again, it was like we said, bad defending. Two defenders came to the ball. I don't know how both of them missed, and he just took advantage of it and scored from a very close range. Nothing
he was composed though. Like to chest the
yes,
ball,
bring
that
it
close in front
down.
of goalie. I was
And
like, this dude
yeah,
is brave.
exactly. You know, that's because there was nobody, because two defender who was supposed to be there for the goalkeeper missed it. So he just, just fought in, brought it down, and he did his thing as a captain should. And again, it's kind of continue on the game in similar fashion. Again, Cameroon kept on moving on, and what's his name? Serge Tabeku came and scored the second goal uh, for Cameroon. Again, the my problem again, no defense in African football. A low ground ball across the goal. How do two defenders miss that, and the goalkeeper miss that? Only for the guy from the far end to come and score. It's just that again. It was a bad defense, and Cameroon capitalized on that, and they scored the second goal of the match to see the victory on the second leg. But at the very end of the game, the 75th minute, there was a powerful. I missed those because if you look at the team I draw, the two strikers that I have, they are powerful strikers because I like powerful strikers. You see me? So when that guy took that shot from the number 11 for Mozambique, took that shot from the top of the box, I felt it. It rattled the post, and it was powerful, and I felt it. And I wish he has scored on that one. I would have read it, and it would have pleased me. Of everything I saw in that game. But that's the game in a nutshell, man.
Okay, so man, let me talk about this game.
Yeah,
Abubakar, he's been on fire, but this game that they played, I don't know how Mozambique didn't beat Cameroon 5-2. I'm telling you, I'm watching the game. They were peppering Cameroon's goal. I mean, they missed like so many. And it wasn't like half chances. It was like chances that you can convert. They missed the penalty. They missed like 3 1-on-1s. Not 1-on-1s, but like, defenders chasing you and I'm going to the goalie. They missed 3 of those. Ball playing, they play like 2 balls across the goal, across the face of goal twice. Players just missed it by inches. I mean, I was watching the game. I was like, dang, these guys' luck is bad. Because if they're going to convert some of those, Cameroon would have lost that game. Like no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Cameroon would have lost that game. I mean, that's why I want to talk about that. That's why I want to talk about in that game, because Cameroon won the game, but Guinea-Bissau took it to them. Like they took it to them. Like
Mozambique, not Guinea-Bissau.
What's my love with Guinea-Bissau today? I can't wait to talk about this Senegal game.
I don't know. But no, yeah. I saw that, but it's a quality thing. It's the golf inequality between the two teams.
Yeah. So you got a midfield creating for you, but then your strikers not doing what they had to do because they had chances upon chances, man. I was watching the game. I was like, what is going on? Because I know Cameroon's up the world, long renowned Africa powerhouse, but no, like what was going on in that game? I said they probably won the first game and got this one in the bag, so they were like, oh, let's relax a little bit. But if Mozambique would have converted their chances, they would have clearly beat Cameroon. They would have clearly beat Cameroon 5-2 at least. Jared, I think you lost audio.
I also think
how about now?
It could have changed the game if they had scored. If they had put one in, it probably would have changed the game. Cameroon would probably gotten more composed and regroup. So I don't think it would have been the outcome might not have been what you thought it might have been.
It wasn't one. It wasn't one. I'm telling you, the chances they had in that game, it was like wave after wave after wave. I was like, okay, let me just leave that alone. They could have won the game. But let's go into the next game that finally, Guinea-Bissau.
Guinea-Bissau is back on the docket.
Well, I've been itching to talk about Edouard Mendes so bad.
Oh
I can't pull that Guinea-Bissau. Man, the dude is good, man. I'm sorry, he's in my team. I'll ride for him, but the dude is good. The game they played, they beat Guinea-Bissau 1-0. It wasn't much in the game. Senegal basically like squandered.
But Senegal should be beating Guinea-Bissau.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Senegal squandered chances after chances after chances. Thank God for Sadio Mane. He scored in the first game at a 1-2-0. He scored a lone goal in this game to a typical Sadio Mane goal. A scramble ball in the box. They played it to the number 10. Number 10 saw Sadio Mane make that run, attempted a heel pass. They bubble around a little bit, and goalie tried to come and join the fray to get the ball. Sadio Mane just like toe poked it in the net, and they were home free. But they missed a lot of chances. But Guinea-Bissau was hitting their chances on target. They had a scramble ball that bounced in the 18-yard box. Man, the dude lashed onto it with a good volley. Hit it like really hard. Edward Mendy was there standing tall. Boom that out. They had another corner kick. They played a corner kick in. The defender didn't clear the ball properly, and they played it back in the box. The dude was like from close range, 6-yard box. Headed for the top corner. Mendy knocked it away again. Same thing in the first game. They could have conceded a goal in like I think it was the 88th minute. And then they had like a triple save. He knocked it, it came back and played it, kicked it again, he played it, and it kicked it, he played it out of bounds. Let that confidence keep growing because it can help us. It can help us on the other side of the pond in England. But they were playing really well, but it was just like screwing up chances, man. And you gotta put those away. Even though they're up in the group, but you gotta put those away. Goal differences matter in qualification. So, but that's all I had to say on that game. I had to talk about Edouard Mendy. That's why I kept pulling Guinea-Bissau. Now I can leave that name alone. I'm done.
Sorry.
I'm done saying Guinea-Bissau. So let's go to the last game of the review for this week. Before we do that, let me just go through some scores of the other games, and then we'll come back to the review of the Cote d'Ivoire and Madagascar game. So some notable results we had in the qualifiers on match day 4. Mali and Namibia. Mali went up 2-1. They won that game. South Africa beat Sao Tome and Principe 4-2. DR Congo beat Angola. DR Congo always used to play Liberia in some kind of qualification.
Yeah.
And like every time it was like
Every single time.
It was like the ball was cold, and they just picked him and put him in our group. And then Gambia beat Gabon 2-1. Egypt beat them Togo 3-1. Togo struggling in that group. They actually, I think they're in third or fourth place. I'll go through the group stages, but they are struggling in that group. Egypt went and beat those people, and then now they got COVID. A lot of players got COVID. Salah and Nani, they got COVID coming. They're flying back now to England to be self quarantine and tested again and see if they're asymptomatic to be able to train with the team. And then Algeria and Zimbabwe tied 2-2. Botswana beat Zambia. Our long-known African powerhouse, Zambia. They beat Zambia 1-0. And then Ethiopia beat Niger 3-0, which was shocking, but it was good. I don't know what's happening with Zambia, but I'm always fond of them because of Kalusha Bwalia and how they play and what they came from when the whole team died in that plane crash.
Yeah, was that 93 or 94?
93, right before the 94 Cup of Nations.
Yeah,
and those guys passed away, and then they had to build that team back up. And the only reason Kalusha even like survived is because he was coming from France, and he had to take his own plane to meet the team there. And that's how those guys they didn't make it, man. But yeah, let's go into the last game of the review, Cote d'Ivoire.
Before we get into that, is one very big African country that's poor at football. Maybe you guys have an idea. Kenya. They never seem to be.
Yeah.
They run a lot. They're known for running, but what's going on there? They never seem to be in any competition. I think they have in the last 20 years. They have that in the African Cup of Nations. They've been to one, and they get Kenya has more than 40 million people. Why can't they play football?
Hey man, they're people into different sports. They into long distance, marathon, endurance sports.
Yeah,
basketball.
They do
track,
basketball too. Yeah, so
but they got good facilities though. I was down there.
They're developed, so they will have good facilities. But if you don't have the infrastructure in place to promote the game and put resources into it, your team won't flourish. I'm pretty sure they got talented players there that can make up the team.
You can get all the facility, but you know where the African game flourish at? It flourish on the streets of Africa.
Okay, so why you think they get on the streets too?
Maybe because all the people who play the game, maybe they go to these fancy little Sturb State,
Nah,
like
man.
Jared
I
was saying.
mean,
I don't know, but
Kenya's just like it's just like the other developed African countries. They got the plush parts, and then they got the rough and tumble parts. So I'm
no,
pretty
they,
sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw a lot of kids playing football on the streets like in other countries in Africa. I
I,
didn't really see that over there.
there you go.
Yeah, maybe though, maybe I mean I didn't stay long
Were
there,
you, were you
but
were you in a busy part of the city, or were you like
man,
around some dirt roads?
I was all over the place.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
so
fair
maybe
enough.
That's
that could kind of explain it,
That's fair
because
enough.
yeah,
the talent in
yeah,
Africa comes from the streets,
on the
Yeah.
streets. Yeah, I didn't see. Every time I look for them, I'm like they should be in the top there, but they never. Anyway, let me get back to the Ivory Coast game. I got a little bit of stake in the Ivory Coast. The first game Ivory Coast plays at home in the brand spanking new 60,000 plus seated stadium.
Looks
They
good
won.
too.
Yeah, it looks really good, man. I was there when they're constructing it. I totally forgot about it, but while watching the game, then I saw it. I was like, oh man, that looks really good. It kind of a little bit looks like the stadium in Nigeria, but with some minor differences. It looks really good. Um, the team itself for Cote d'Ivoire, they're not as solid as the team from the last decade, with all those stack players. Surprisingly, they still got Jovinho. Jovinho then still playing number 10. He's still wearing number 10 jersey.
How old
Yeah,
is he
man.
though?
I don't know, man. I don't know what.
I gotta
He's
look it
got to be
up.
in his 30 now. He's got to be in his 30s. But he scored a goal, though. You're talking about that hot, that, kicking a shot from outside the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scored a really good goal like that in the first game. They won 2-1. They beat Madagascar 2-1. I mean, I was kind of proud of Madagascar because they held their own. I don't know if Madagascar was good or is Ivory Coast just kind of have regressed in the past few years.
Who that star player on that team now? Is it Kessie or is it?
They got a lot of good
Zaha?
players. They got Zaha. He didn't play in either one of these games. I didn't. He didn't play in either game. But they got Pepe.
Pepe.
They
Yeah,
got
no,
Pepe.
Pepe played. Pepe had
They
had a
got
free kick in that game. He had a nice free kick. Yeah, he
yeah.
had two actually.
Yeah, he did some he tried to do his thing, but more than often, his decision making is always Pepe's problem. He had some wild shots. He had one or two shots on target too. But they got Stephen Keshi from AC Milan. They got Serge Aurier. They have this picking Max Gradel from Toulouse. They got they got a new number 9. I don't know what team he's coming from, but he scored in one of the games for them to beat Madagascar 2-1. There's picking from Lyon who scored those 2 goals against Manchester City a couple of years ago. I forgot his name, but he's on that team too. I forgot his name. But anyway.
Yeah, don't Google it.
Yeah, I was gonna, I'm quick. I'm quick to Google, but yeah, I know he plays on Lyon, and he's one of the stars coming. They were good. They don't really look that impressive in the back. I thought Madagascar held their own. They won the first leg 2-0. The second leg was, Stephen Keshi scored a penalty, but
Why you going Stephen Keshi? It's Frank.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Stephen Keshi is a Nigerian defender.
Yeah, but the highlight from both games really was a goal scored by a guy from Madagascar.
Madagascar, man.
Yeah. I mean, he scored a wonder goal. The Ivory Coast goalkeeper Gou, I know usually I always blame him because he's not really a good goalie, but in that particular game at this time, there's nothing he could have done.
I don't know who could save that.
Yeah, it was a wonder strike from outside the box on the left hand side,
and the angle that he took it from, the angle and the power, man. I think that was the best goal I saw this whole past game week.
Yeah, the guy who scored the Africa other goal, Sebastian Haller, right?
That was his debut. That was his debut. That's
not Hala just started playing for Ivory Coast.
No. He's talking about the first leg when they won 2-1. The guy he scored a header.
I thought you were talking about the kid you were asking about from Lyon.
Oh no,
Halle just started playing for Ivory Coast because he was
what team does he play for? Where is he coming from?
for West Ham.
West Ham.
Halle
Oh
plays for West Ham.
wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know he was in England.
He came from what's the team that Luka Jovic played for last year? That's the same
FC,
team.
is it Utrecht?
Utrecht. I thought wasn't it Frank? It was Frankfurt, right? We played him in Europa League, but he was on that team with Luka Jovic, and he used to make a lot of stuff happen. Yeah, but Halle currently plays for what you call it, people, West Ham.
West Ham. I've never seen him before. It was my first time seeing him, but he scored his debut with a nice little header. You know, he looks like a fighter. He looks like somebody who's he got a body. They like to go with these big number 9, but I thought they should have won that game, the second leg, but you know, that goal, there's nothing you can do about it. It was a wonder goal, like you rightly said. I think it was the goal of the round of all the games I saw. Plus highlights, he really did his thing.
That goal was super.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Frankfurt.
I said Frankfurt. I said he came from Frankfurt.
He actually came from FC. He came from FC Utrecht before going to Frankfurt.
Yeah. I'm talking about what he played last year with when I say he played. He played Luka Jovic that's at Madrid. That's who he played with there, and they were like a dual striking force. He would bring them into play, you know, like how Drogba used to play chest the ball, do link play, bring the other attackers in, and he was really good there. He's been struggling at West Ham so far. He was one of the big signings last year.
Oh wow! I didn't even know.
He was like one of those 35, 40 million. I think it was like 35-ish million, 35, 30 million.
They paid that much money for him.
Oh yeah, I mean it was up there. I mean, you know 30 mil is like the going price now. So
yeah, for somebody I never heard of before.
You never heard of him?
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Mr. Big Scout. And the only reason I knew him was because he was playing for Frankfurt, and we played him in the Europa League. That's the only reason I know him. So
yeah, I never saw him. I never saw him even before today. I never even saw him playing for West Ham. I do watch West Ham sometimes. Never.
Yeah, West Ham paid 45 million for him. 45
Oh God, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
He's been disappointing for them though.
Wow.
Same
yeah,
thing.
well, West Ham and Everton, and they're known to waste money. So
yeah, man.
The young beginning with Maxwell Cornet.
That's him, Maxwell Cornet. Yeah, that's him. He's the guy who's cool. He's been around for a while. He and Pepe they convinced a crop of players that was born in Ivory Coast but grew up in France or made a trade in France after they didn't qualify in 2017 for the African Cup of Nations. Those were the crop of players they convinced to come and play for Cote d'Ivoire, but they're not really convincing. No, not really. The games I've seen, they don't look like a organized thing. But then every time they don't qualify for something they think they should be in, they always change their coach. So that doesn't help either. They're one of those people that feels entitled. So,
but all right, guys, let me take a walk through the tables real quick and mention who's qualified so far. That's it for the reviews for today. So in the tables, Group A, we got Mali as the number 1 team, and then we got Guinea in the number 2 spot with 8 points. Mali got 10 points. Mali already qualified from that group with 2 games to spare. Group B, we got Burkina Faso leading the group with 8 points, and Uganda leading the group with 7 points. I won't go through the whole group. I'll just go through the top 2.
Just the top 2. We don't need to know that.
Yeah, Group C, Ghana's leading that group. Just on goal difference. They and South Africa's tied on points. They both
surprise.
Both got 9 points apiece. Yeah, and Ghana got 1 more goal than South Africa. Group D, Gambia's leading that group on 7 points. Goal difference too. Gabon's in the 2nd place with 7 points as well. But DR Congo is like right behind them.
You know, there was a scandal this week. Yeah. With Gabon. Anyway, we won't get into that. There was a scandal with Gabon being stuck at the airport for like 10 hours and they couldn't get to Gambia.
Yeah, they spent the whole night. They spent the whole night at Gambian airport because of COVID test.
That's not strange.
And then they lost.
Exactly. 2-1 scored. So Group E, Group E, Morocco's leading the group with 10 points, and Mauritania's in second place with 5 points. So that's but Morocco hasn't qualified yet because for some odd reason, Mauritania win the can win the last two games, and Morocco can lose their games.
All change, huh?
Yeah, and then Burundi will get in there, but that's not happening. Group F. Group F, Cameroon's leading that group. Cameroon already qualified too with 10 points. Mozambique's next in the group with 4 points. Group G is Egypt. Egypt is tied on Egypt is tied on 8 points with Comoros.
Yeah, that's surprising. Very surprising.
Yeah, Togo is in last place. Actually, I was saying
I know
third place.
Kenya,
Togo's in
Kenya
last place in
above
that
Togo,
group.
though.
Yeah, Kenya's above Togo. Togo's in last place in that group. Group H, Algeria already qualified, given Algeria always. I'm surprised I didn't see Tunisia and then because Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, they always kind of find a way to qualify. Algeria's leading that group with 10 points, already qualified. Zimbabwe's in the next with 5 points. Zambia's struggling. They got on 3 points from
That's a shame.
yeah, from 4 games. Group next group I. Africa got a lot of groups. Group
Swear.
I, Senegal Senegal already qualified. They were the first to qualify. Actually, they got 12 points, four out of their group. They won all 4 of their games. Congo is the next team that's on there with 7 points. And Group J, actually Tunisia is here. Tunisia on 10 points. They actually qualified too. Tunisia qualifying. Equatorial Guinea is in second with 6 points, and Tunisia's on 10 points. Group K, we have Ivory Coast that's tied. Well, Madagascar. You were talking about Madagascar, Jeremy. Madagascar's holding their own.
Yeah, they look good.
They're tied on points with Ivory Coast. They're both at 7 points. Ivory Coast leading them on goal difference. And I think here, because when they do goal difference is not working, and it goes to head in the groups. And then the final group is Group L that has Nigeria. Nigeria has 8 points, and Benin is in second place with 7 points. For all Sierra Leone heroics in the 4-4 game, they're sitting on 3 points at third place.
Damn, that's that's terrible. But.
Yes, so that's the wrap up for the African Games. We won't see the international break again until next year.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Our club teams need to breathe a little bit. Liberia's not in there. Liberia's not in there, so I don't care if they play international or not. I know that people will care. But yeah, guys, we got the EPL coming back this weekend. Anything you guys looking forward to?
Oh no, we already did the predictions. Even though Al Banter was absent, we did a prediction. We're looking forward to the game. Hopefully, my team can come back and do something, but we'll see what happens.
All right, Al, you want to take us out?
Yeah, man. I'm hoping that. You know what? I'm scared. It's not a scare, but I'm worried because we're playing a team. I don't know. I have a bad feeling of the game with Leeds United. So I hope we can regroup and do.
Man,
something.
y'all won't live that down with Aldrin. Yeah. Yo, please.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I just forgot about him. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be because these guys, they've been resting, and this guy play with all action. And you know how Arsenal do after international break. So there you go. That's my worry.
It's gonna be a good game. Whether we win or lose, I think it'll be good for the neutrals because Leeds will come to play. They always come to play. Whether they win or lose, they'll come to play, and we got to see what Mikel gotta wake up.
He has to.
You can't be scared and play football. You can't play on the fears, and you can't just do counterintuitive to what other teams are doing. You got to have your own identity. You got to define his team. You can't just.
I agree.
You the big boy.
He has to be a little bit more adventurous, than he has been in the past. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we'll see how I go this weekend. This week I got my Boogie Man, so I got him.
Let's go Newcastle.
I got Newcastle without Thiago Silva, but I'll just spray. Guys, thanks for hanging with us.
But you know what? I'm confident you guys gonna beat Newcastle this time.
I'm confident too. Anyway, next week you will get your host back. I will step back to being a regular pundit. But as always, guys, we enjoy hanging with you guys on the before the weekend games, and we'll see you soon. We out.
All right, peace out.